What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about timing. I've had so many requests. What is timing? How do you improve it? We're going to go through all that today and make sure you understand how you can increase your abilities, which will help you in sparring. Before we get to the episode and we talk about what timing specifically is, because you might not know yet, I want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this episode, Manscaped. They sent me the Performance Package 4.0, and I want to take a moment and tell you 2 stories about this product and why it's important in your life, one of which includes me meeting Rach and finding out something which I went, oh, I didn't know girls put such an emphasis on that. So point number 1, anybody who's competing in the ring, the cage, you've noticed these fighters, they are smooth. They don't have hair. They look kind of like
Greek gods.
Like Greek gods.
Like sweaty, glistening Greek gods.
Yeah, and they don't look like that by accident. So having a trimmer for the lower half and the upper half is super important. And let's just talk about the second point. When I first met Rach, I was hanging out with some buddies a few nights later, and we got into, the 2 of us, a little text thing back and forth while I was hanging out with my buddies, and one of them said, ask her what the 3 most important things are that she looks for in a guy. So I messaged her that, she sent me something back. I think the first one was something like, you know, they don't drink soda or eat a lot of sugar. I can't remember the second. And the third one blew my mind. What did you tell me back then?
No hair down there. So basically, just to preface this, hair on the head, the eyebrows and the lashes is acceptable, but anything else?
So no hair down there, that's what she told me. And back then, this would have been a great product to have. If you want to get on point with your grooming needs, keep the ladies happy, make the fans happy.
If you want a well-groomed lady, you better be well-groomed yourself.
So you can head over to manscaped.com, use the promo code GV20 to save 20%. And this is just spectacular quality. And I've been using it and I have nothing but good things to say, and free shipping internationally. So let's move on and let's talk about timing. What is timing? To me, it is basically the ability to optimize movement at a specific point in time. So if I'm in my fighting stance and Rach decides to throw a jab at my head and I'm like, block, or she goes to throw and I block too early, that's terrible timing. That's no good. We want to have the ability to see the shot coming and go, oh, I'm gonna parry at the right moment. Now, many people understand what that is because we basically do it in all sports. All sports require fantastic timing at any level above beginner. But many people struggle with how to make this happen. With partners, we're doing it all the time, right? If I put my hands up for Rach, or she puts her hands up and I say, let's go fast jabs. You're gonna react when I lift. That's timing, but that's very simple drilling. So I'm gonna give you guys some more advanced drills that you can do with a partner. And then at the end, we're gonna switch it and I'm gonna give you some drills that you can do right now from home by yourself. And some of them will be with audio triggers, which is very cool.
I'm doing advanced stuff?
No, this will be for them after.
I'm not advanced at all.
So the very first thing that you can do for timing is get very good at shooting an offensive shot out to a target, but we don't want to have it in one spot. We want to challenge people by moving it in different locations. So she's in her fighting stance. How about for the beginning, she starts a little out of range. So it's not so easy. So she has to move in. Like I said, I'm not going to put it in one spot. I'm going to move it, but I'm not going to be ridiculous. I'm not going to put it here or here or here, just little movements. So she has to make adjustments. So she has to move in and touch, and then she has to move out. And this is offensive movement and timing. Okay, now what we can do to make this type of drill more complicated and make it more like the timing we need for sparring is she will now have to have the ability to back out as well. So you can stay up here. We'll just go stationary for the moment. She's gonna either touch here or here, and if I move to her, she's gonna back up. And this is building timing. But keep in mind that this is like a little speck of the timing that you need to actually replicate sparring or a fight. It's so much more complicated, but this is still good drilling to start. So you could have somebody, if you're more of a beginner, going touch, 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 back up, forward, Okay? That type of drilling offensively is actually easier than the defensive drilling though.
And don't get your jabs and crosses mixed up.
So you're in your fighting stance. The defensive stuff is now, if I throw my jab, she has to have the ability to parry. And you do this all the time when you do your defensive training. I throw my jab.
So nervous.
Other hand. Good. And then the other hand. Right? And now she has to have the timing. It's not only the ability to recognize what's coming, but to do it at the exact precise moment, like we said, to optimize the movement. Because if you're 1 moment off, she's a little too early or a little too late, she ends up getting punched in the head.
It's not good.
So utilize this type of drilling with a partner and you're gonna see your timing constantly improve and you just constantly make it more and more difficult. So maybe just instead of doing that type of defensive drilling, I have her also do her jabs and crosses. So she's going up. It's backwards, but wrong arm. There you go. And this is all, no, wrong arm.
I've never done that before.
She's never done this before. I always work with her just on offense because
Such a beginner.
she just wants the working out. She's not worried about defense because no, she doesn't want to get punched in the face, which is fine.
It's bad for business.
Bad for business, yes. When you're a beauty professional, you don't want to be
And grooming.
having a crooked nose.
No.
So, guys, starting off with any type of drilling back and forth with a partner is going to develop timing. But let's talk now about what you can do at home, because let's say you can only get to the gym twice a week and you're going, man, my timing is terrible. It's not improving or doesn't feel like it is. It always is.
You can train with Bob.
It's not going uphill. The thing that most people, if you have a bag or you have a Bob at home, so let's say Rach is my punching bag. A lot of people when they shadow box, they do bag work, they're not getting good timing drilling done because they can basically go, okay, I think in a moment I'm gonna throw jab, upper, jab. Maybe I'll go now. Then they move out. Okay, next I'm gonna throw cross hook cross. Maybe I'll go now. What you should be doing is more, I'm standing here and cross pops into your head and you just leap in, you fire off a combo, you exit. Oh shoot, jab's in my head. You throw your jab, hook, and you throw a combo. And you're making yourself react as soon as you think of something. If you can do that for shadow boxing.
I love your inner monologue.
Or bag work. I basically do have an inner monologue going.
Shoot, jab.
Like I'll be moving around and I'll be going, jab pops in my head, bang, hook, boom, uppercut, boom, knee. And I'm always having an inner monologue basically to make me go as opposed to thinking about it and then executing because there's no timing drilling done there.
I have a bonus tip
Yes?
for timing and speed and peak performance.
Okay.
Biohacking for the win. Keeping your brain clear to reduce brain fog. Because when your brain's
That's true.
foggy, you're eating garbage food, you're not sleeping enough, you're
Yeah.
toxic, maybe you need to do some detoxing.
Yeah, if you want improved timing, you need to have your whole body running optimally. Otherwise, it's just going to be sluggish. So thank you, Rach. We're going to go in now to some solo drills. So now we are talking about solo timing. How are we going to improve this training without somebody else? Because like I already said, we don't always have somebody there to drill with us. Very often, actually, when we're at home, we don't have somebody to drill with us, but we still want to be improving. First thing I'm going to point out is I already have audio trigger videos up here, which you can check out. These are ones where you will hear something like a beep, and on the beep, I tell you what you're gonna throw. Maybe beep is a jab, and then there's a bang audio trigger, which is a cross, and you're moving around, you're waiting for the sounds, and you have to react and improve your timing through these videos. This is perfect for you to follow up with, so I will put those down in the description as well because I can't link all the videos up here, but have fun with those. For right now, what you can also do, like I already mentioned, is make sure that you're doing things which are full speed and happening in a moment. So if I'm standing here and I'm like, I'm gonna do 10 jabs, instead of kind of going like clockwork, okay, maybe I'll jab now. Maybe I'll jab now. Instead of doing that, I'm standing here, I'm moving around, and as soon as I kind of think go, that's when I react. Boom, boom, boom. And that is much more realistic because we very rarely have that ability when we're sparring to think, oh, maybe I'll throw a jab. Yeah, I think I'll throw it right now. That's not the way it goes down. You see an opening, you have to react. So really try and wrap your head around that. But in all honesty, the two most important things that you can do are number one, get the drilling done. like I already mentioned, with partners at the gym, or number 2, use those audio videos which I've already provided. I'll give you a little follow along right now. We'll go for just a split second, but you can always go to those audio triggers after. So let's have everybody start off. We're gonna go into a fighting stance, and I'm just gonna count 1 till 5, let's say. We'll go beginner, intermediate, advanced. We're gonna start off right now, push forward, jab, and push out. Every time you hear me count, snap fast. If you guys are done with the video and you just wanted to hear about it as opposed to actually do it, I appreciate you coming today. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel, give the video a like, and if you're sticking around, I appreciate you as well because I know you're putting in that effort to improve. So off the jab, pushing forward, nice and quick on my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, now let's go to something a little bit more advanced. And remember, you can always do this in your own head. Now let's go fake and then into the cross. Every time you hear the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's finish right now with a push forward. We'll go upper, 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 hook, cross, push out. Again, push forward, upper, 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 hook, cross, push out. Really quick on these. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. We just want to build up in that way that I showed you, get that optimal movement, which equals timing, down, and all of a sudden you're gonna be going, whew, I feel like I'm really improving and I'm getting better. I'm picking off defensive shots. I'm landing offensive shots when I want. This is timing, guys. And I really can't encourage you enough to try out some of those audio trigger videos. They are very difficult. One in particular where I have offense and defense. It's back and forward and you have to react. Very hard. And I look forward to hearing what you guys think of that. And everybody remember to head over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code GV20 to save 20%. Keep your ladies happy. Keep them really interested in your body. Make sure you're looking good for them. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. If you haven't already, join the channel, get subscribed. As always, train hard. I will see you back here soon for another episode.
It'd be awesome.